The 400 Blows is a classic 1959 French film. It's a beautiful portrayal of a young boy's youth, the troubles, the mistakes and the misunderstandings. The film looks at the character's life as he tries to understand life with no help from anybody else. He goes through every step of his life being misguided into making more mistakes. It's about a boy trying to find freedom from all the craziness of life. And the story is told in a way that reflects what's going on in the boy's life. Many of the situations might confuse you as a viewer. They might not feel as explained. Some characters might make decisions that seem illogical, but that's what the movie is about. It's not a long film, but it tells such a powerful story. A powerful story that becomes a lot sadder the more you realise. As you start to understand what's happening in the story, you start to realise that our character isn't doing anything wrong, and you really do start to feel for him. They really portrayed the emotions of the character so subtly. They didn't have to have constant dialogue to express his emotions. In fact, he didn't have that much dialogue at all. But the lonely walks around the empty streets of Paris, the confused acceptance of being punished at school, it all played brilliantly into building up the character. The 400 Blows is not a film you're going to understand as you watch it. That's the beauty. Just as our character will understand his life as he grows up, we, the viewer, will understand the film the more we think about it. The narrative continues after you watch the movie. They almost tell you this in the movie when the father doesn't understand that a movie has depth.
Quoi?
Il y avait du fond.
Ah oui.
Le film.
Oui, 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 oui.
The simple pursuit of freedom is hard, although it's harder when society makes it harder. Our character is almost punished through his life without really knowing why or where he's going next. He doesn't understand why he has to go to school, he doesn't understand why his parents say certain things, he doesn't even understand why stealing is wrong. No one stopped to explain to him, yet he was blamed and punished for it anyway. The narrative of this movie is helped tremendously by its iconic and beautiful camera work. Paris is captured magnificently in this movie, and it's not just the usual Paris landmarks. They use a lot of regular streets, filled with rubbish and dull people. The movie was not trying to show how large Paris is, but how Paris is to live in. Notice that many of the shots of the city are fairly empty. Even when we go to more crowded places, our character always occupies the quieter parts of the shot. The dynamic shots were extremely slick, from the quick blurred pans to the longer street shots to the iconic final scene. The camera work felt so natural. There's a simplistic beauty about the 400 Blows. It's a movie about life through the eyes of an innocent, misunderstood boy. The movie shows how life can be tragic. People just go through life without thinking about things. His parents would act without thinking. They don't want to hurt their kid, but they don't understand that. They don't understand much. They don't question anything. They just accept their situation and complain about how much they want what they can't have. A simple, powerful classic.